episode of Nasty Addiction Garage. My name is Jeremy. For those of you that are new, thank you for watching. And this is my 91 Toyota MR2. This is not any ordinary MR2. This is a V6 MR2 turboed with a Haltech Elite 2000. But what we were talking about last time we were here was getting some things together, ready for paint, all this other fun stuff, retrofitting some Poon headlights. Those are the big things that we're going to be focusing on. But we had technical difficulties with our memory card not saving anything. So I did a lot of work off camera, and I'm going to go over that right now. So let's get to it. Hey guys, so where we last left off was I was removing all the body panels and getting this car ready for paint. So one thing that happened was that our memory card did not save anything. My memory card just went to crap. Like, it just didn't want to save anything. It just got corrupted, and I don't know how that happens, and I don't know. I lost mad video content. Just thinking about it gets me kind of angry. But where we're at, basically, I cleaned everything up, power washed everything that I could, removed some AC lines that I don't plan on using on this car. Did a lot of that up front, try to power wash some stuff. It's starting to look a little dusty and dirty now again, but it's been sitting. The windshield guys couldn't come out, so they didn't come out, so the windshields are still on. Those need to be removed and put to the side and get ready for paint. Worst comes to worst with those windshields, what I'm going to do is end up just having the company that I have paint the car remove the windshield as well, because I don't know if you guys can see this on camera, but this is kind of got some rust growing here, and I didn't notice that until I removed the seals off of the whole thing. So that definitely needs to get taken care of, and we're definitely going to make sure that that gets sanded down, painted, and sealed up. But back to what we were, I was able to remove the triangle windows. This triangle window and that triangle window both got removed. All the roof spoiler thing, I guess, was removed as well. Power washed this to the point of no return, and for some reason it still looks ugly, so I'm glad I'm getting it painted. I ended up cleaning this out too. What I'm going to do back here is going to be kind of interesting, because there are quite a few MR2s that do this, and correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but it does. I'm going to cut this whole wall out just to make some more room for my piping and my intercooler, or my chill box, and I'm doing an air to water setup, and I think I kind of want to lay it out here, and I want this to be at least painted. I'm probably going to put the trunk carpet back in and make a nice little thing in there, but I still want it to be painted so it can be all in unison, you know, so in case when this is cut out, everything still looks clean. Anyways, removed tail lights, rear bumper, all those got removed already. Here they go. Side skirts have been removed, and again, the side corner windows. Tuck these windows down. What I'm going to be doing next is removing the doors, because I have a top secret thing for that coming, and we'll talk about that in the next episodes. But this is kind of where we're at. I did get a couple good things in the mail, so let's check it out. So we got a couple fun things in the mail today. So this is a set of, you guys probably know by looking at these, this is a set of kooky taillights for the MR2. These I'm going to save. I'm going to restore them and save. I got a super good deal on them. Big shout out to Ben for selling these to me. Got them for about $360 shipped to the house, which is great, because they aren't horrible, but they're not the best looking either. So we'll pull one out here to see how it looks. Or maybe I'll just cut it open. All right, finally got them open. So yeah, so here they go. They're not bad looking. They're pretty good condition. No broken pieces. They look good. But they do need some restoring. A little sand down, a little outlining of black. All that stuff should be easy to do. Check these out. These are great. I can kind of show you how they will look afterwards. This is the set that I've had on my MR2 forever, but I also refurbished these, and these look pretty amazing. As you can see, the difference from the black trim to this. This is the restored one right here, and this is a non-restored one. So you can kind of see the difference in the quality of, you know, the detail and stuff like that. So all these have black outlines. and we're all sanded down, resprayed black, resprayed clear over it, and that's what I'm going to do with this one. Just make sure that it stays nice and clean. Do a light sanding, scuff it up a little bit to both of these, and get those in, and probably hold this set more so than anything. I'm kind of an MR2 hoarder. I don't know if, or MR2 parts hoarder. I don't know if you guys can tell, but that's kind of what happens here at Nasty Addiction Garage. Anyway, but back to this project. So this is what's going to happen when I take the car to go get painted. So I'm going to make sure that they do that and get it done right. But let's move on to something else that came into the mail. This. So I want to talk about this. This is an exhaust for an MR2. This is going to be Nasty Addiction Garage's contribution to the MR2 meet. So this could be won by somebody, guys. The MR2 meet we're having, it's out here in, it's going to be out in Batavia, actually. It's going to be a Midwest MR2 owners meet. So what's going to happen is all the MR2s from the neighboring states from Illinois are all welcome. I'll have all the information down in the description below, event times and where it's going to be at and the day it's going to be. What I am going to say though, I want to kind of like set this clear. This is a free raffle, guys, so you guys can come out. We give you a ticket, and any additional tickets that you want to purchase, up to 4 total, you can put it, put your tickets in for the raffle, and you can possibly win this along with other things like Hux Racing is sending us some good stuff. So thank you, Hux, for the awesomeness that you guys are sending us. Campos already is sponsoring this as well. He sent us some nice parts for the MR2, so people, you guys can win Campos parts. Also, Prime MR2 sent us some stuff, so that's another couple things you guys can win, especially from Prime Driven MR2. I'm telling you, they got some good stuff. But yeah, so you guys need to come out and check it out. But let's get back to the build. So yes, so those were the lights. So I had to post them up there so they stay safe, nice and comfy. So now with some things that I want to go over, I actually sent out the wire harness already to Wire Gap, so no more wire harnesses. You guys can see nothing around the floor. That's an old one, but send that out to Wire Gap. I actually went today to go check on the motor for rebuilding. I already sent them the main bearings. We needed to change the sizes of some main bearings, but and some rod bearings, so that's going to be done soon. I was told that I should be getting it back sometime next week, hopefully. But we're going to be working next on this transmission. I'm going to add an oil cooler to it. There were some factory E153 transmissions that actually had an oil cooler that came stock with them. This one, unfortunately, I bought it brand new and it didn't. It wasn't the model, I guess, that came with it. So I'll be adding one to it on my own, which is going to be pretty cool. Here we go. We have this backup motor. This one I'm thinking of actually doing kind of like a supercharged MR2 using this motor. So this is another 3VZ motor. I'm probably just going to leave it NA for a little bit, drive it around, enjoy just the motor without it being turboed. Okay, so enough of catching up. Let's get to do some work and let's get started on this transmission. All right, guys, so I got the transmission set up in a way to where it's making it easy for me to access basically the oil return line here. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be removing these, adding fittings. I believe they are, let me see, from Fargola, sorry. They will be right here. 6 14 by 14 millimeter by 1.5 adapter. These work great for things like this. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be removing this line here. After removing it, I'm going to replace both of these with this adapter, or one of these adapters on each side, and adding a line to what would be a oil cooler that I can sit maybe near the vent or somewhere where it's going to catch a lot of wind and help cool down this transmission oil. So let's get to it. Okay guys, so the first step is done. I removed these pieces. These were the stock basically adapters that connected to the actual OEM return line. So what I did, I removed them both. I both added a, I believe they're 6 AN fittings. They're labeled as a 14 millimeter by 1.5 adapter. So I added those here to then create another adapter that would adapt to these sections here and connect to actual lines. So this is what we're going to do next. All right, after a lot of hard work, I was able to actually get these all put together very nicely. As you can see, these came together fairly good. Got a little bit of fraying on the bottom, but nothing too crazy. But they're on there nice and tight. They're not going to go anywhere. So now with these, what I'm going to be doing is attaching these to this right here, and attach the other one to here. So now what I have is some braided lines for my oil cooler hookup for my transmission. So it didn't come out too bad. If you guys really kind of look at it, obviously I got to screw these in tighter. I'm not going to fully screw them in until everything is all said and done. But I am glad that I got the actual fittings, the fitting adapters rather, to get in there and fit really well. I put a rubber gasket under, like a rubber ring, O-ring, so then it can actually fit without any leaks or anything like that, and it fit nice and snug. It worked perfectly fine. Obviously now I have to cut this to size, which I don't know what to size will be, so I'm just gonna kind of leave it like that, as long as I got these together until I can put the transmission into my car and go from there. But it's coming out fairly well. It's I can't say anything bad about it. It's looking good, and it'll be easy access to remove and put on. Alright guys, so this is what I've done so far. I removed the old return line to the transmission and transmission oil system, but I did replace them with 6 AN fittings right there, with 6 AN lines, and right here is going to go some more fittings that are going to go attached to a oil cooler. So this is going to be an oil cooled transmission soon. I want to mock it all up once the transmission is in with the motor, so I could know where more so I'm going to add the oil cooler at. Like once I keep the oil cooler somewhere, I need it to be stationary so then it doesn't move anywhere and it's not in the way. But I won't know how to do that until the transmission is actually mounted up to the motor, and then I can fit everything inside there real nice. But this is where we're at. So far so good. Hey guys, this is going to conclude today's episode. Basically what we did today was just add oil lines to our transmission. What we're planning on doing is actually making it an oil-cooled transmission now. So with that said and done, we tidied up a little bit of stuff with the MR2, kind of showed it around, kind of caught up from the last time that I was here, since I had some setbacks with the memory card and stuff like that. We just wanted everybody to kind of catch up, see where we're at so far. So basically, we're waiting for the motor to get done. After the motor gets done, we're shipping this car to go take it to get painted. After that, we should be rocking and rolling, guys. Again, this is Nasty Addiction Garage, and remember, build with purpose.